The Indian Air Force gets 123 air warriors, including 19 women officers, on Saturday, that is today, after the combined graduation parade at the Air Force Academy Dundigal in Hyderabad. This CGP marks the successful completion of pre-commissioning training of flight cadets of various branches of the Indian Air Force. However, for the first time in the history of Air Force Academy Dundigal, the parents and family members of the cadets will not attend the passing out parade due to the restrictions imposed by the coronavirus COVID-19 outbreak. To get in more in detail about this particular information and what all situations are happening at the line of actual control and abroad, let us begin with today's defense updates of 20th of June 2020. As I remind you always, Crack Exams, that we are the India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. If you are preparing for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, Indian Air Force, MN Group X and Group Y, we are the one-stop solution for you important candidates. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Telegram, and you can even directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can even download our app from Google Play Store, which will be very much helpful and crucial for you to get into the armed forces, into the academies as fast and as soon as possible, because our courses are very much strategic and very much helpful for you. So beginning with the question of the day that I've posted on 19th of June 2020, that is yesterday on Friday, and my question was, what is BrahMos NG? Okay, and the answer for this and the explanation for it I told you that I'll be giving you here. So BrahMos NG is simply known as the BrahMos next generation. This is a mini version of the BrahMos missile, of the existing BrahMos. Okay, if you see, this is the existing BrahMos missile and this is the smaller BrahMos NG missile. You can see here that BrahMos NG missile being incorporated and being deployed at the hard point of the Sukhoi aircraft. So this also will have the same range, that is 290 kilometers range, and this missile will also have the same Mach number, that is of 3.5, but it will weigh around 1.5 tons, 5 meters in length and 50 centimeters in diameter, making BrahMos NG 50% lighter and 3 meters shorter than its predecessor. That means BrahMos NG is 50 times, like 50% lighter and 3 meters shorter than the original BrahMos missile. Okay, and this system is expected to be inducted in the year of 2024, and the missile will arm Sukhoi Su-30 aircrafts, MiG-29 aircrafts. The current we are also inducting the HAL Tejas, so even it can be inducted in the HAL Tejas 2, and even other future inductions which include the Dassault Rafale, Su-57, HAL FGFA, HAL MWF, and even possibly MiCo and MiG-35 if it is possible. So that is it with this particular important information. Let us begin with today's first and foremost important defense update, and that is about the Air Force Academy's passing out parade, which I was explaining to you in the introductory session. This was held for 420 trainees for the automobile technician, automobile fitter and Air Force Police of the MTTI and Air Force Police and Security Training Institute respectively, along with 3 international students. All of these include the non-commissioned officers, whereas if you go for the commissioned officers are way more, around the commissioned officers would be around 123 of commissioned officers and 420 of non-commissioned officers were there at this particular parade. Going on with the next important update is about Pakistan drone has been shot down by the border security forces along the international border in Kathua in Jammu and Kashmir. The drone was spotted hovering in the skies by a BSF party on patrol duty in the vicinity of the border outpost Pansar around 5:10 a.m. early morning, that the officials said, and they said that the BSF personnel fired about 9 rounds and shot down the flying object 250 meters inside the Indian territory, possibly at around 8:10 a.m. Around at that time again ceasefire violation also happened later. Going on with the next important update is that the Japan has deployed a missile at China border after acknowledging China's conflict with India. In view of China's war intentions, Japan is increasing its air defense. It will implement the Patriot PAC-3 MSC air defense missile system deployment at 4 military bases by June this year. Okay, and all of these important deployments will be done along the Chinese border. The upgraded PAC-3 MSC increases its firepower as well as increases its height and performance. PAC-3 MSC is a high velocity interceptor that even detects the incoming threats in advance. Okay, going on with the next important defense update is about Russia is to deliver 12 Su-30 MKIs and 21 MiG-29s to Indian Air Force in the shortest time frame. Yesterday we have discussed that these aircrafts are coming to our country, but Russia has declared that this will be coming, not only coming, but they'll be coming in the shortest time frame as possible. Modern materials and technologies for corrosion protection will increase the service life of MiG-29 fighters by up to 40 years. IAF commissioned its first squadron of Su-30 MKIs armed with supersonic BrahMos A cruise missile in January 2020 at Tanjavur Air Force Station. Okay. Please remember that this is not a first squadron of Su-30 MKI, but this is the first squadron of Su-30 MKI which is armed with supersonic BrahMos A cruise missile. So there is a difference. When I ask you what is the first Air Force station which is equipped with Su-30, the answer is different. And the first Air Force station which is equipped with Su-30 which is armed with supersonic BrahMos A cruise missile, then the answer would be Tanjavur Air Force Station. Su-30 MKI based at Tanjavur are a part of 222 Squadron which are even known as the Tiger Sharks. Next important defense update is Indian Navy is on high alert on China's designs on Andaman Nicobar Islands. Chinese Navy has been active in the region. Surveillance has been established there. While most Chinese vessels, including submarines, have lurked close to India's territorial waters, some had to be driven away. Senior Navy officers say that Andaman and Nicobar Tri-Services Command requires capital ships, including missile frigates and even destroyers. At least 3 to 4 P-8I long-range surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft should also be deployed there for constant patrolling so that we keep our borders, we keep our Andaman and Nicobar Islands as safe and as secure as possible from the foreign military threats. Going on with the next important defense update is that the Galwan River Bridge that China had tried to stop in past, it is now complete, says the official reports. The 4-span 60-meter bridge is located 3 kilometers east of the Shyok River Galwan River confluence. Okay, if this is the Shyok River and this is the Galwan River, it is located at this particular confluence with a contested patrolling point 14 with a further 2 kilometers east of the Bailey Bridge. Patrolling point 14, which was the site of the June 15 fisticuffs. That means the June 15 standoffs and face-offs between the Indian and Chinese armies. It is close to the Y junction where the Galwan rivulet joins the main river. Okay, this is the Galwan rivulet and it joins the main river, and this is an Indian Army base camp which is there here, which is known as 120 kilometers camp, which is here. It is on the confluence of the two rivers and next to the Darbuk Shop Daulat Beg Oldie Road. Going on with the next important defense update is Eastern Ladakh tension is going on, whereas Indian Air Force Chief R.K.S. Bhadauria sir, he pays a quiet visit to Leh and Srinagar, and he was at Leh Indian Air Force Base on Wednesday, where he reviewed operational preparedness of the force effectively guarding the sensitive border areas in Eastern Ladakh. From Leh, he travelled to Srinagar on a day-long visit on Wednesday, where he held a series of meetings with the senior IAF officials. Going on with the next important defense update is Indian Air Force deploys Apache attack helicopters and Chinooks in Ladakh and increases combat air patrols. Increased deployment also include regular combat air patrols besides flying a host of surveillance aircraft, including by intelligence agencies and the Navy's P-8I aircrafts too. MiG-2000 fighter aircrafts, which carried out Balakot airstrikes last year, have also been moved to bases near the Ladakh region from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, where it is located. Going on with the next important defense update is Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh ji can visit Moscow next week as Delhi seeks to widen the strategic ties. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh could visit Moscow next week for the 75th World War II Victory Day Parade on June 24. The visit, if fructified, will be taking place in the backdrop of standoff with China along LAC. Singh could even meet his Russian counterpart and leaders of other countries, as it has been learned, and he will, however, skip meeting China's leaders, who will also be at the parade. Now we'll have a very quick review of the topics we have discussed by going through some of the most important questions. And the first and foremost important question is, the Indian Air Force commissioned its first squadron of Su-30 MKIs armed with a supersonic BrahMos-A cruise missile in January 2020 at which Air Force station? And the answer for this is Tanjavur Air Force Station in Tamil Nadu. Next question is, Japan deployed which missile at China border after acknowledging China's conflict with India? And the answer for this is PAC-3 missile system, the Patriot PAC-3 missile system. You can even call it as a Patriot PAC-3 missile system. Next important question is, Indian Air Force has deployed which attack helicopters in Ladakh to provide tactical support to the ground forces? And the answer for this is Apache. Apache helicopter has been deployed in Ladakh to provide tactical support to the ground forces. Even Chinooks are also being provided, but Chinooks are provided for the various tactical airliftings. The same will be carried out by Chetak and Dhruv too. Now we have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, which squadron is known as the parent squadron of Sukhoi 30 MKI in the Indian Air Force? I repeat, which squadron is known as the parent squadron of the Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft in the Indian Air Force? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams, subscribe to this particular channel, download our app from Google Play Store. Please visit our websites and have a complete thorough knowledge about the various important defense updates and very much knowledgeable content that we are providing it to you. Last but not the least, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and Jai Hind.